It's another weekend again, and here is Weekend Pay with Uche A Israel. Kindly listen. When you feel tired, when you feel restless, when you feel like, oh, I'm not ready for this, please take your time to rest. Take your time to relax. Take your time to, think again. Take your time to sleep over it. Just take your time to rest. Drop things you're doing. Try to, you may not even drop it totally, but, try to reduce the tax to get yourself again. Most of the time, a lot of people come online. I see a lot of things online every day, and I tell myself that, wait, these people saying these things, do they rest at all? Do they like really think of these things before saying them, or do they just wake up and just plan? They've talked about it, and I've been with people that have been like that. I mean, I've been with people, and so at some point I've been like that as well, which I've learned from. So I've been with people that have been like that, and I feel like it's something that we should, literally talk about. When you feel tired, when you feel, I'm getting to a point. There's somewhere I'm getting to. I just want to, break it down from here. I'm getting to a point, and if you're patient enough, you would know where I'm going to. When you feel tired, or when you feel frustrated, when you feel sick, please try to take a rest. No matter what you're doing, if your health or if your brain or your mind isn't stable, like if your mind is, going up and down here and there, you find it difficult to think straight. And when you can't think straight, you just accept anything that looks good. You accept anything that looks nice. You accept anything that looks okay. Be it religious, be it secular, be it political, be it health-wise, you just accept anything. These things people come around and say, oh, I don't believe the doctor's report, blah blah blah. Sometimes believe it. It doesn't mean that you are wishing yourself bad. Believe it and do what is required. Sometimes, when you don't believe things, or when you don't, try to reason things at times, it keeps you in denial. And when you live in denial, it's just like you're deceiving yourself. You're seeing mop and you are calling it a stick. You're seeing mop, you're calling it stick. Okay, let's assume you pick up that mop. It will function as stick, but it will not totally function as stick. It still has other functions, but you will not know. Okay, let's continue with that mop and stick. Imagine that mop is a relationship, and you pick relationship, and you tell yourself that marriage is the only acceptable relationship. I mean, is the only final relationship. It is not the end of, it is not, there's nothing else that is worth doing. Then if you now want to add something else, you will say, oh, courtship. You add it to it. So one of the purpose of me saying you should rest at times, you should, try to, think things through, and, try to reason things properly, or reason it more reasonably, is because that mop can function as a mop. It cleans your wet floor. It dries your wet floor. Let me put it that way. It cleans and dries your wet floor, and it also has a sticky part. That's the stick of it, where you can use it to. Quick break. These are the services I offer. Should, in case you have any need for the services, just check out 11 in numbers. Choose the one that fits to your request and send me a DM now. Raise something up. You can use it to lift something. You can use it to, do a lot of other things that stick would necessarily do. So imagine that you pick up relationship. Let's assume relationship is that you pick up relationship and you're only focusing on the mop aspect of it. You're not seeing the stick aspect of it. It will make you mismanage or underuse or discriminate the whole use of the mop. Relationship is interesting. Relationship is interesting when you understand it. Relationship, we have different segments of it, but the one I'm fully aware of is the dating aspect and the marriage aspect. The dating aspect and the marriage aspect. One of my first experiences of relationship was dating. But instead of me to call it dating, because I feel like, oh no, religion has told me that, oh, dating is a sin, blah blah blah. I once attended a children's camp where a youth corp, a youth corps, specifically spent almost, I think, 1 hour 30 minutes to tell us how dating is a sin. She was quoting different scriptures trying to explain, oh, it is a sin, it is a sin, you should not have anything to do with it. Then I think I was still around it as 15 or 16 or thereabout. It's a sin. At some point I was not even seeing sin, now I was seeing hellfire. Why? Because I feel like if you call something sin, it means it is very bad, so bad that it destroys you. So the outlook is that, oh, dating is sin, dating is sin. But now we all have grew to a point where we now have Christian dating or kingdom dating. We don't call it dating is sin anymore, we call it Christian dating. You date as a Christian. Same way we now have kingdom marriage. It's no more, oh, you're married, you're marrying the love of your life, you're married. We now have, no, we have given it a tag. Is it bad? No. But is the stereotype bad? Yes. It is bad for you to, have your own segment of dating, but the stereotype you give to others, if you've not experienced something, you cannot really tell. You can only tell from stories you've heard. You cannot really tell how it is. All my life I've always believed going to the club is where you go and from there something bad will happen to you and you will die, or maybe you will get sick. But I've never imagined, meanwhile it happens, I've never imagined that going to church at night, going to vigils, going to different programs, all these crusade, all these campuses programs, conferences, I've never imagined that going to all those programs at night, or even going traveling far, and I've never imagined that it will be of harm to me, because I was made to believe that it is the best thing to do. Meanwhile I was made to believe that clubbing, that anything that has to do with clubbing is totally out of the reach, like out of it. Happy Valentine's, by the way. I think I forgot to say that. Happy Valentine's. So the stereotype we attach to this thing is one of the things that is, it is reducing our, will I say it is reducing our IQ now? It is helping us the wrong way. If you must condemn something, then be sure that that thing is totally not useful. Like, it is totally not useful in any way. It's totally not useful. It's okay to segment things. It's okay to say, oh, this is the style, we do it in the kingdom, this is the... But if you must condemn something, ensure that it's not benefiting anybody. Ensure that it's not benefiting. And if the benefit is more than the disadvantage, please try as much as possible to not make it look like the worst decision ever. In dating, that is where you have boyfriend and girlfriend, that's where you have cohabitation, that's where you have different other things. But a lot of people see it as, oh, it's courtship that is okay. To replace dating, they either tell you courtship, or they tell you kingdom dating, or dating that aligns with societal, or let's say a certain group of beliefs, the beliefs of a certain group of people. See, I'm not here to argue your what's it called? I'm not here to argue your understanding of dating. I'm not here to argue your understanding of love. I'm not here to argue your understanding of marriage. But one of the things I know is that if you are tired, or if you are stressed out, or if you feel like you are not too sure, don't just capitalize on stereotypes. Don't just capitalize on stereotype. A lot of people are enjoying their dating experience. A lot of people are enjoying dating experience with cohabitation involved, or less, even if cohabitation is not involved, if it is long distance, if it is everything, a lot of people are enjoying it, and it's not leading them to any destruction. You who have not experienced it, or probably you have experienced the worst part of it, is the one that would probably feel like, oh, it is bad, it is evil. I always thought clubbing was the worst thing, until later on I now start realizing that what do they do in clubs? Is it not to just dance, take drinks? If you want alcohol, you take. If you don't want, you can take soft drinks. If you are the type that uses what's it called? I mean, it's just a fun time for young and even old people. Do it. You can do a house party. You can do a meeting where you guys just come. You just you do your thing. dates, they take their dates to people take their dates to clubs, have a nice time, listen to good music. Some may not even drink alcohol, some may not even smoke or do anything, but at the end of the day it's just a fun time, just the way you go for your conferences, the way you go for your programs, a lot of other things. People, there are people that are there are some people I love so much. I mean, I love them, I love their flexibility. They can go to programs, good programs, powerful programs, and they will still go to clubs, have fun. Because at the end of the day, you have one life. You have one life. This doesn't mean that, oh, you are meant to just die anyhow or something like that. But at the end of the day, you have one life to live, and that one life is the life you're already living. If the picture of the afterlife we've always heard about is true, then it cannot still be like this one, because this one you can have relationships, you can build businesses, you can live your life. But there it's just like the best stories I've heard about it is just like it's one pattern of life. I mean, I don't want to go into that, so we don't digress. So thanks for listening. Kindly subscribe, like this video, and comment. Thank you.